Hello, and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host, Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests share information about the Alzheimer's Association and the 2025 Walk to End Alzheimer's, how our community can be involved in raising funds and awareness for research, support, and hope. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. I am delighted to introduce our guests. Christina Eby, Event Chair, 2025 Walk to End Alzheimer's, and Christina Ramos, longtime volunteer, fundraiser, and past Event Chair for Walk to End Alzheimer's. And to both of you, I know, with the same name, and you're great friends of each other for all the passion you have brought to this walk and to the local Alzheimer's Association. And now we're friends. And I really cherish that in the past few months, you've drawn me into what it takes to get this walk underway and to share thoughts about this disease and our community. And I value this opportunity. We truly do. And so just so we can know you a little better, Christina, when you're not doing this professionally, what are you involved in?
I'm a financial advisor at Edward Jones.
And then Edward Jones is part of the national, I believe, sponsor.
Correct. We're the national presenting sponsor since 2016. Yes.
Well done. And then Christina Ramos, okay, you were well known in this community, and through your involvement, you and your family started a very important way that you're helping people. Just tell us.
Well, thank you very much. So I'm Executive Director of Touching Hearts at Home. We're celebrating our 15th anniversary this year. And our story special, the Alzheimer's Association, was something that our family stumbled upon out of need. My grandmother actually was diagnosed with the disease, and through our family's experiences, trying to figure out the day-to-day struggle and how to navigate her diagnosis and the different phases, we had nowhere to turn initially. So the Alzheimer's Association was there for us with their website, with their help hotline, and it inspired our family to really change career trajectories and start Touching Hearts at Home in hopes that we can help other families. And we specialize in Alzheimer's and dementia care in honor of my late Nana.
It's wonderful.
Thanks,
and I know you have helped many people through these 15 years. And I know that you also, Christina, have a personal reason for, making this a focus of your volunteer life.
Yeah, that's right. I have a couple different ways that I'm connected. My grandmother had Alzheimer's. Currently, my mom's sister has Alzheimer's, and she is her caregiver for that. And also my administrative assistant in my office, her grandfather died of Alzheimer's.
So it's a lot to take in.
It's a lot. It's
is.
Surprising how many people are affected.
I agree. And it seems by statistics that it's growing, particularly in our state of Florida, where we often have we have an older population. But hope is out there. And one way that you're creating hope is through this walk to end Alzheimer's. So just give us the specifics of place and time.
So the walk is going to be October 11th at 9 a.m. It's going to take place at Trinity United Methodist Church on 53rd Avenue.
And it's going to be, I know, a morning where a lot of people come that are part of different walk teams. And that's another part of it. Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, how does the community get involved? What do we need to know?
visit alzheimers.org/Gainesville Walk to End Alzheimer's. And, I know we both got our team.
You got your
Yours is
teams, I know, I
national.
know.
Yep.
But whether you want to walk solo or just show up with family members or friends, you can register on site on walk day. Or if you want to pre-register, start fundraising,
Okay,
host
right.
fundraisers, you can do that online. Have fun with it. Get creative on social
Oh,
media.
yeah. And we're almost about to take a break, but what's your walk team? What's your walk team called? Does it have a name?
Yes, it has a name. It's the Edward Jones Gainesville team.
Okay, that seems good. Okay, Christina?
We're the Touching Hearts at Home Heartbeats. So
Okay.
if anybody would like to join us, they're more than
Yeah.
welcome.
All right, well said. We have much more to talk about. But stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the Walk to End Alzheimer's with Christina Ramos and Christina Eby. And you just got us started about the walk, October 11th. So tell us more about what will happen on that morning. I'm looking forward to being there, and thank you for asking me to be a part of the opening ceremony. I'm honored.
Well, we're definitely excited to have you. So, as you mentioned, there will be an opening ceremony. There will be a warm-up for the walk. Jacqueline Valdez is going to warm us
She's
up.
so good.
She's
Great.
so amazing. The walk is only a mile, so if you think
Okay.
you can't make it, a lot of people ask, is it a 5K? Just a little over a mile, so it's a memory walk. And there will be sponsor booths there
Right.
all around. There's going to be a photo booth, and it's pet friendly, so we're
Oh,
excited
that's
to
even
see your
nicer,
dogs.
right?
Yes.
And I mean, within the Gainesville and greater community, there are many facilities and others where this is also meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got families, you've got all multi-generational, and yet a good time for people to share their stories,
Right.
share their emotional support, and exchange ideas. I mean, I'm sure with your family's facility, Touching Hearts, I mean, it's just within your Edward Jones, just being able to connect to people who are going through this or have gone through it. That is important.
And so often the journey as a family caregiver, you can feel alone and isolated. So at the Walk to End Alzheimer's, we all unite together. We're all looking to end alls, but everybody understands. And my favorite part, Eileen, is what you'll be participating in.
Yes.
The flower garden.
The flower garden, the promise garden. Tell us about that and what each flower means. So everyone can pick the flower that resonates with them, right?
Yep. And
Okay.
so some people change flowers depending year to year each walk. I know I used to hold yellow as a family caregiver, but now purple. Christina too.
And what does purple represent? Besides the color of Alzheimer's too.
So it's if you've actually lost someone to
Okay.
Alzheimer's or dementia. And it's very special, very meaningful. I get goosebumps
I
just
know.
thinking about
I know
it.
you do.
But everybody shares.
I
their
love
flowers.
that you have the button that shows your grandmother.
She's
over
my
your heart.
why every
I know.
day.
I know. And okay, so I get this orange one.
So the orange flower is for people who are supporting the cause. And then we actually have two other flowers.
Right,
So
okay,
purple,
good.
yellow, orange. There's a blue flower. Those are
Oh.
reserved for people who are actually battling Alzheimer's right now. And then there's one white flower.
Oh,
And the white flower represents hope for a future without Alzheimer's. And so we're looking forward to
the fact that will be what we're fundraising for.
Right.
And who will hold the white flowers? Someone very special. I
Yes,
think.
so someone very special to me. She's my future daughter-in-law, and she also works in my office. Her name's Alyssa Davis, and she just had little baby Hendrix.
Oh.
And little baby Hendrix will be at the walk, and he will be holding the white flower.
Now that does say hope.
Yes.
And part of this effort, the Walk to End Alzheimer's, is to raise awareness, to raise funds. And so how does that work? Because each of you are leading your own, walk team, the raising of funds, the making of difference, because research is one of the main things that we are happy to see happening.
Yeah. I think
There's
Christina's
our
a really
hope.
good example of how to raise funds. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So whether you're passionate about something or, your loved one suffering with Alzheimer's had a hobby, my grandmother loved donuts. So we hosted a fundraiser called Donuts for Seniors during COVID. We partnered with her favorite donut maker, Krispy Kreme, and delivered them to all the nursing homes that were under lockdown during COVID. And every dollar raised
wonderful.
benefited the Alzheimer's Association. So,
There's creative ways.
yeah, make it
Yes.
unique, make it you, make it fit your family, your style. If you can't put together an event or host a big fundraiser, you can always fundraise online, send emails out. The website and the Alzheimer's Association have made it very easy. You can text
do
people
this.
your donation link. It just it's all for such a great cause, and people are happy to support because they know how valuable it is and meaningful.
Yeah.
I see that as each year goes by, more people have more stories to share.
Yeah.
And that is very important. We're going to take just another quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the Alzheimer's Association, and I'm very pleased to introduce Stephanie Watts, Vice President of Development, our local Alzheimer's Association. And welcome back, Christina. And Stephanie, another new friend. I'm so glad that I know that we've connected and that you are part of what we're doing here in Gainesville. Very important. And help us understand where we are with Alzheimer's. I know you have a personal reason that you've become involved too.
I do. So thank you for having us.
Certainly.
So in my own life, my grandmother was a huge part of my upbringing. She lived with us. And at the 90s, we didn't know what we know today. And
That's right.
she received a dementia diagnosis. If we knew now what we knew then, going through it as a family, I think it would be a very different experience for her and also for my family.
Right.
As an example, we didn't know that so many resources were available to caregivers. And I look back and think, oh gosh.
Why, you could
we
have
were
done
do-
this. You would have
Yes,
known
we were
this.
doing this alone. And so I think that's a really important place. People don't know that our resources here are happening that are completely local, that are right here in Gainesville.
That I know Christina weigh in on that because it's important for people to be able to reach out.
Yeah, so we have a local contact, Donna Lee. She facilitates something called the Brain Bus, which I think is unique to Florida. Correct me
Yes.
if I'm wrong, right? So we have this Brain Bus. It travels all over the state of Florida, and it mostly travels to places that aren't able to get education and information as readily as other places. Some of the things that they do, they educate the local
Right.
community. One of my favorite parts of the Brain Bus is spreading the education about the 1-800 number that is available for the Alzheimer's Association. Maybe you want to talk a little
Right.
bit
And
about that.
answered by someone you can talk to, not a machine.
Yes, a real human, which I think when you sometimes think of contacting a customer service 1-800
Right, you
number,
go, oh,
you have
that's painful.
a different experience, but you will be talking to a live human who understands Alzheimer's, who understands dementia,
Master clinician.
master levels clinician. And I think that that's so important. We
It
speak.
is, and how comforting.
Yes, and it's
24/7.
literally in the middle of the night. If you had a question and you're
You
a
can-
caregiver, you can talk to a person. We have people who are multilingual, and if it's a
Oh,
language
excellent.
that perhaps we don't have someone at that time, we
You get
can
them.
translate 200 different languages.
Oh, this is incredible. What a resource. I think of my own family. My own mom passed away years ago, and things we didn't know. Either was it Alzheimer's, was it dementia, how I could have supported her better had I, been better trained or had better understanding. And in all that you bring to the walk and to this association, you gain such wisdom. I see that in all three of you as our guests. The wisdom to know that people need help through this.
They do.
And there is hope. we're part of, we discussed that, but talk about with the University of Florida here.
Sure. So we are so grateful, and I am a proud Gator. I think many of us here are.
Right.
And actually, Christina just went to her first game,
I did.
which was really
That's
exciting.
right.
Go Gators. We fund a great deal of research that's happening at the University of Florida, and so that's just such a point of pride to know that the Alzheimer's Association has research that's happening right here in our community. And it's a disease that we're starting to use the word hope, and we're
Yes.
starting to have those different kinds of conversations than we might have had 30 years ago or felt 30 years ago. There are medications and treatments that are disease modifying. So if we can help someone catch a diagnosis early and get them that opportunity, if they are interested in being
Right.
on a disease modifying treatment, we have the ability to
There's-
slow the progression of their cognitive decline.
That is very, very reassuring to know. And there's also things in our daily life, I know we're going to run out of time, but that we can do just to exercise, to sleep more, to
Eat well.
all the things
Yes.
that actually are better for us anyway.
Right.
Yes.
All
You
the
know.
things that keep your heart healthy, keep your brain healthy.
It's true.
Right.
Yes. And so we know that although we can't prevent Alzheimer's, we know that there are a lot of risk prevention strategies that you just mentioned.
Right, which are so important to know and to share with other people and to encourage us. There was always like do crossword puzzles, keep your brain active,
Arts and crafts.
Yes,
Something.
all of those important aspects of our life. And we are going to take another quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about the Alzheimer's Association. And Christina, help us understand the scope of this disease nationwide and within our state of Florida.
Absolutely. And right now the numbers are going up. So in this country, there are over 7 million seniors diagnosed with Alzheimer's, which is far too many.
Yes, that's
And
frightening.
It's terrifying knowing that the trends are going up. And then here alone in the state of Florida, there's over 500,000 seniors.
Oh, that's really frightening.
Yeah. And then, Eileen, if we look at Alachua County alone, there's 4,800 diagnosed here in just our own backyard. So
And there's probably more because
Absolutely.
people go undiagnosed.
Right? Absolutely. So it's important to know those signs
Yes.
and, what's normal, healthy aging versus what's something you should
'Cause-
really mention.
Because it's not, as we were saying, inevitable.
Absolutely.
We know many who age successfully.
Yeah.
But catching it early is, or finding out the signs and seeing it early on is your best hope for a better diagnosis.
Absolutely.
And then you had lobbied and were part of the state of Florida. Christina, tell us about this,
Sure.
what you've learned in this experience.
So we were fortunate. The Alzheimer's Association gets a bus full of passionate advocates here in the state of Florida, and we painted the Capitol purple, and it was amazing. It was phenomenal. I get goosebumps. Everybody there had a story and a personal connection, unfortunately, or fortunately now, to really move forward and try to push
That's the
to end
passion.
alls.
Right,
Absolutely.
right.
So we did a lot of great stuff up there, and it was
I
just
know
moving.
you did. Well, and again, it's the personal story, the personal touch, the one-on-one that you've all talked about throughout our show, and Christina, that you know yourself. And I think that's what brings people to the walk.
Absolutely.
And tell us again about the walk so we get our specifics one more time.
So the walk is October 11th. It's going to be at the Trinity United Methodist Church on 53rd Avenue. It starts at 9 a.m. You can register your team at alls.org
Okay.
/Gainesville Walk. We're very, very excited this year. We're looking forward to having around 1,100 people at the walk.
Good turnout.
Amazing.
Yep. And so
And we've shown we already had our flowers. We know all that will be going on. Again, there'll be sponsors that are providing information, especially the Alzheimer's Association. And with that information, help us understand more about the support groups and what people can access here locally.
Sure. So alls.org is such a phenomenal resource. It helped our family and many others. If you can't find specifically what you're looking for, you have really targeted questions or need emergency help, obviously
Right.
call 911, but that 24/7 hotline is so crucial, and they are there to support. So it's phenomenal what the Alzheimer's Association has done.
And I feel so good with Stephanie Watts, and just that she's here now, and I feel the local presence is increasing. At one point it decreased, and that was kind of a trend around the country for many nonprofit organizations, but it's healthy here, and I think the walk is a large part of that. I know you work tirelessly for the Alzheimer's Association and the walk and your teams. I'm proud that I'm going to be there that morning. But we even talked about the movie The Notebook
Oh,
and how you cry when you see it. And yet there are families living that, and your families have, and your work at, business associates and all the people you see through Touching Hearts, they're living that. It's not just a movie.
it's devastating. We always tell families, we understand everybody's journey is different, but something that our family realized is Alzheimer's is one of the only diseases we can think of where you're mourning the loss of a loved one who's still here.
Oh my gosh. And memories are what make us so special to each other, and why we cherish our relationships. And when memories are not there, it's kind of hard to put it into words.
It really is. Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
It is. And so I encourage everyone to come to that walk, or any, as event chair, you tell me.
No, I'm looking forward to having everyone there. It's a time where you can be relating to people who are in your same scenario. It's a different
Right.
experience for everyone, but there's this commonality
Exactly.
where we all
It's a
can come
bond.
together and bond and spend those, couple hours just learning about resources and ways to support each other.
Very special. I appreciate what you're doing, and Christina Eby as event chair, and Christina Ramos for all your years and being past event chair, and Stephanie Watts. And I thank everyone for, giving us such a thorough understanding of Alzheimer's and the association. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Eileen,
Yeah.
for being
Oh.
such an advocate and such a huge part of our community, and for having us on, for spreading the awareness, and for doing so much good in the community, not just for the Alzheimer's Association, but
All the
so many
things.
others. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
It means
you.
a lot. And I hope I will see you at the Walk to End Alzheimer's the morning of Saturday, October 11th. So glad you tuned in, and I hope you'll join us next time. Take care.